Hello, and welcome to Stupid Topics and Dilemmas, the podcast where we talk about, yes, you guessed it, stupid topics and dilemmas. I'm your host, Chris Hoyles. Joining me, we have a man who does Scooby-Doo impressions, Mr. Ben Hoyles.
Raro Raggy.
Also joining me today, we have a man who is a putt-putt golfing legend, Mr. David Smolin.
Thank you.
Now, since this is our very first episode of this podcast, I'm just going to give a brief description of the scenario we're in right now. So I'm recording this audio from North Texas, in the DFW area. David is West Texas. He's near Lubbock. And Ben is all the way up north in New York. He's close to Buffalo. So that's what the scenario is right now. We're all recording this through a online recording system. So yeah, if we start making references to stuff like that, there's your explanation.
Do you guys remember Wii Tennis?
Yes.
Yes?
Everyone remembers Wii Tennis, right?
Uh-huh.
What was your strategy for Wii Tennis? There's a few different strategies,
I did not
right?
have a very good
You can
strategy.
wave it around like a maniac
That was mine.
and hope you hit the ball. You
No,
can try to
that's
like
not how you
hit
do
it
it.
as hard as humanly possible to try to get one of those fastballs.
See, hitting it
or you could
hard.
try to play it correctly.
So hitting it hard with the Wii stick, I don't think it made your
never
player
worked.
hit it harder.
No.
Yeah.
But my strategy is I just use the front guy constantly.
You could change guys?
You have
Well, you could be
Well,
the
there's two
front
guys
and the
on the
back
tennis
guy.
court.
You could be
I
both.
didn't know that.
Yeah. But I just use the front guy, test the other guy's reaction, see if he could get the ball in time.
I just sat in the back
I
and
figured
swung
out-
the thing back and forth the whole time it came close to me.
so you were a
I was a
swinger, Dave. You just shake
David's
the
a swinger.
remote until you
Yeah,
win or
not
lose.
a swinger anymore these days, you know.
But I figured out how to do the fast balls, fast serves.
Mm.
You're supposed to
Oh, you got hacks?
so when you press A, the ball goes up and then you swat it and you serve it. So what you're supposed to do, you press A once, don't swing, and see how high the ball goes up. Press A again, and then once the ball hits all the way to the top, that's when you swing.
But then wouldn't you just swing under the ball? Am I
Why is
missing
that?
something?
Yeah.
No, if you swing, the guy will hit it regardless.
Oh, you just got reach like that.
So why does it go faster when
Yeah.
it's at the top?
I don't know. It's just we programmed it to where it goes all the way to the top. That's when you do it fast.
I don't think we took the actual sports into consideration when they programmed these things.
That's true.
like
Yeah,
the
I think-
boxing.
I sucked at boxing. I could not
No.
get the guy to throw his fists. I could
I never
block.
did figure that
but
one
that's
out.
about it.
I was good at the golf.
I never did boxing. I hated
You're trying
boxing.
to punch and then you're just like jiggling around for a bit, right?
Yeah. I think in a real fight,
Or
I
a
could probably
golf.
handle myself.
Yeah, the golf was the best one.
You think so, Chris?
Golf was pretty
Golf,
good.
yeah, it
I
took-
think that was probably the most
It takes about
accurate.
10 swings. It takes about 10 swings
What
to
was
get
the
one,
par? Did they
right?
give you a par?
Yeah, they gave you par.
Yeah, what,
The par?
Is 10 the par? Or was the par like way under that?
It was like a normal course.
Realistically, it should
Yeah,
be 10,
that's what you would
right?
think.
Probably. Well, the way we played, 10 was par.
Yeah.
For those of you listeners who don't know, the way we play Wii Tennis is that you have to use
Not
the
tennis,
driver
We golf.
for everything except for the green. Once you're in the green, you can use a putter.
Mhm.
So if you're like an inch away from the green, you have to use
Yeah,
that
you
driver.
gotta just tap it with the driver if possible. And the Wii, that still launched it.
Yeah. In
It was
real
better
life,
than the other way we tried it, where you have to use the putter everywhere but the green.
Yeah, that was.
And then you used
That
the
took a
driver.
while.
Yeah, I think I just hit it into like, what's it called? The rough, the really, really dark ones. And it teleports your ball somewhere else.
That's out of bounds.
Yeah, I just put it into out of bounds all the time.
In real life, you could use a driver for everything.
Yeah.
Well,
There's no reason for people to buy all those golf.
Not
like,
in Wii Sports.
the hardest
clubs,
bit
yeah.
was using the driver in the sand wedge, or the sand
Yeah.
traps.
Mm-hmm.
Using the putter in the sand trap. No, we said you had to use the putter in the sand traps, right?
I don't remember. It was either like way too hard or it launched your ball. I don't remember. I think we did both and tried to figure out which one was worse.
All I have to say is we read the rules, and those are the rules.
Where did we get these rules from?
The rule book, obviously.
I don't remember them giving us
PGA
a
rule
rule
book.
Oh.
Did the copy of Wii Sports we have come with it?
Yes, it did.
Was it autographed by Tiger Woods too, or just
No. Phil Mickelson.
no? I don't know that.
Is it
many of
Mickelson
these
or
people.
Nicholson?
For the purpose of this podcast, it's now Mickelson. I think we can all agree on that.
Mr. Mickelson?
Mickelson it is.
I agree.
Mr. Mickey.
All right, so David tells us that he has some items he would like us to list in a tier list. David?
That's exactly right. I would probably phrase it more ranking search engines, but
Oh,
you
ranking
did a perfectly
search
fine
engines.
job there.
Okay.
That's exactly what we're going to do today. So we're going to rank 5 search engines from S down to D tier. All right, if
Not sponsored, by the way.
not sponsored by any of these search
But
engines,
could be.
If it
But could be.
was, we could be. I'd be sponsored by some of these, not all.
I think we're all in agreement we'd be willing to change up this list based on
Happily.
sponsorships.
You slip us a 20 or something, we'll switch it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to rank the search lists. Let's start off with just a middle of the road one. I'm not a fan of it, really. Yahoo.
Trying to
Right?
set us up for something.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Yahoo. What do y'all think about Yahoo?
I'm not a fan either.
So with like most of these search engines, I've probably never used them. But when it
Mhm.
comes to Yahoo, it's fun to say. So I might give it a little more points
It
for
is.
that.
Could you give us the jingle really quick, Chris? I know you know it.
Is it just Yahoo? Is it just that?
That's exactly right.
There we go.
So the only reason I've ever used Yahoo is whenever, for some reason, my priority search engine sometimes gets swapped up by ads or something. And I'm just thrown onto Yahoo for no reason, just against my will. So I kind of got a grudge against them.
See, I'm with you. I don't like Yahoo. It's not my preferred search engine.
Mhm.
But I got to side with Chris. It's very fun to say, and I do like the purple. There's something pleasing about it.
So that might be the only thing saving it from very bottom, right?
If we were
Yeah.
ranking this from S to D, I'd put it at B.
Mhm. You put it at B? That's a little high for me.
I was gonna say B.
I was going to say C tier. But if y'all are saying B, we can do B.
And that's purely because it's
We'll
fun
put
to
it on
say.
a low B.
All right, Yahoo at B tier. I'm okay with that. So next on the chopping block, let's do Safari. I've never actually had to use Safari, aside from when I was maybe 5 with an iPod Touch, but I don't even know if they did that.
Safari is just a ripoff of Google. Am I correct, Chris?
So I use a Mac, and I have Safari on my Mac, and I used it for the first month I had my Mac, and I immediately deleted it and downloaded Chrome. So I would put Safari at D tier. It literally does everything Chrome does, but worse. Like I would try and watch a YouTube video, and the max resolution I could get the YouTube video to go to without it stuttering was like 720p. I mean, it was bad. So Safari, not good. I don't like it. I put it in D.
Disgraceful.
I'm in agreement with Chris here. I think Safari is just a skin of Google Chrome, and that's not useful to me. And the fact that I don't have any Apple devices means I can't even use it. So I'm going to have to put in D as well.
I think that cements it. Safari is D tier. I'm okay with that. I've never personally experienced it, but I'll take it from the experts.
Well, when the three of us agree on something, that's how you know it's authentic.
Exactly. So I feel like we need to mix it up. Throw a good one in there. How do we feel about Google? Chrome, just Google
Chrome.
Either or. Yep.
What everyone uses, I would, I'm going to have to hold back my bias, but I still think it's S tier.
Just so the listeners know, Ben has a Google Pixel 6 Pro and some Google earbuds. David also has a Google Pixel, so there might be a tad bit of bias. Now, I don't have any Google products, but I would also rank them in S tier. Never really had a problem with them. Can trust them. So yeah, I'd put them in S tier.
The only thing holding me back, I still want to put it in S tier, but the only thing that makes me hesitate is whenever you open up Task Manager when you're running Chrome, it's always taking everything. It's got like 17 functions running. It's holding all of your RAM.
It takes a lot of RAM.
Yeah. It's a little bit excessive, but it does it right.
I've never had that problem.
And the thing is, it'll help you out, right? Because Google, they control your maps, your browser, what else do they control?
All sorts of things.
Well, they own YouTube.
They own YouTube.
YouTube, a great
And
example.
some of you listeners might be listening to this on Google Podcast.
Exactly.
Or YouTube.
There's a lot of integration in there. It just makes it run smoother.
Yeah. Definite S tier. Close the book, sign it off.
So
Move
that's
on.
two just absolute consensuses here. Let's throw a curveball. How do we feel about Firefox?
Firefox, I have been able to use it, and I know people who use it as their main browser. I have nothing against it. It actually runs very well. They have their own features that they've been like pushing, I guess. I think they're all about privacy, like password managing. But it doesn't hold a candle to Google still. But I would put it in A or high B tier.
That's how I was feeling too. Firefox used to be a lot better. It was the go-to before Chrome, I feel. But it's kind of fallen from its golden days, as you will, you know.
I think the only thing against it is it's not Google.
I have not used Firefox in ages, so I could not tell you what it's like now. So I'm just going to have to agree with Ben and David, maybe put it in B tier, high B. Again, never used it in, I think, 15 years. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I used it.
I think me and Ben were both agreeing low A, high B, right?
I'd agree with that.
I think A is a good spot for it.
I have nothing
It would
against
be
it.
my backup browser.
All right, Firefox, low A, high B. All right, now on to some of the dirtier ones. How do we feel about Bing?
Bing or Edge?
Have they renamed it?
Bing is the search engine, Edge is the browser. So I think we should do Edge.
Well, I am gonna rate a legacy one after Bing, so don't worry. How do we feel about Bing?
So we're talking about Edge.
We're talking about Bing.
No, Bing's a search engine, isn't it?
That's exactly what we're ranking.
We're doing browsers.
They're the same thing to me. I don't know that much.
No, like Safari's a browser, but Google is the search engine Safari uses.
Ben, everyone listening to this doesn't care.
They don't care and they don't know.
But that's like ranking apples against oranges.
Not really.
How do you feel about Bing?
How do you rank a Fuji apple against a navel orange? It's like,
I'll rank the apple higher than the orange, I'll tell you that much. There's no I'm letting an orange win that tier list, I'll tell you that much.
all right, well, Bing is F tier. Like
F
below
tier.
D, below E, it's F.
I was always told that Bing was a terrible search engine, but people use it for pictures. But I never understood that.
I've heard that too.
You probably heard that from Microsoft.
I'd put Bing at like C, a low C, maybe D. I mean, again, haven't used it.
That's generous.
That is pretty generous, Chris. No one uses Bing.
Yeah, I know.
There's
So
good
I don't
reason
know if it's
for it.
good or not.
That's why we're putting it an F.
I can think of another one that's worse than Bing, though.
Well, don't worry. I think that for our final one, I think I'm about to say Internet Explorer.
Yeah, I put that one in F. I hate that.
Okay, see, Internet Explorer uses Bing, and that's why you hate it.
Ben,
Oh, do they
no
use
one
Bing?
knows what you're saying.
Yes.
All I know is
That's
I
the
hate
whole
Internet
thing.
Explorer. That's it. It's so
slow.
stupid. It's slow. It's stupid. The interface sucks.
They try to make it your default
Yes, I
every
know.
time you open
Yep.
something.
And they make it very complicated to switch to Chrome.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can't delete it.
Mm-mm.
Comes with your computer.
So I think we're in agreement. Internet Explorer is also F tier.
F.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a scale from S to D, it's an F.
So, just to be really clear here, I really did just want to give Microsoft 2 F tiers, just to really, throw it home.
We
I
should
want
have
them
done
to
Edge and Explorer.
No, I wanted to do Bing.
Those are both browsers.
I don't think anyone knows who Edge is.
No one knows
Ben.
what Edge is. Yeah.
Edge is what replaced Explorer. You know what? Never mind. You like.
See, Ben, you said Edge, and I think David's in agreement here. I had no idea what you were talking about.
None of us know what you're talking about.
But when he says Bing,
Alright.
I know
I
what he's
kind of
talking
know,
about.
but I don't want to know. Exactly.
Okay.
People stop paying attention when you start saying
We're
Edge.
working with senior citizens.
We're not all
here,
nerds
yes.
like you.
I
Ben.
suppose so.
But as long as we're all in agreement, all the Microsoft ones are F, no matter
Alright.
what they're called.
I agree.
Microsoft, if you're listening, stop putting money into it. Just eliminate it. We don't want it. We never will want it.
Mhm.
There's no way you can make us use it. And that's that. Just save your time, save your money.
Well,
Don't waste your engineer's life. Let them
if they
work on
did
something
give
else.
us money, I would maybe use it.
Yeah.
If they paid me to use it.
Microsoft, only listen to half of what Ben said. Feel free to
We'll take
sponsor
your
us.
money.
Yeah, we'll take it. We won't give it to Ben. That's
And
for damn
also-
sure.
Oh, yeah.
This podcast will be redacted if we get a sponsorship.
We'll go back and just bleep out the sections. There's no F tiers. That's crazy. So just to recap, on a tier list from S to D, we have Chrome in S, Firefox in A, Yahoo in B tier, Nothing in C tier, Safari in D tier, and then Bing and Explorer in F tier.
All right.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I'm surprised Yahoo made it up to B tier purely based on the name.
So am I. And the jingle,
Yeah,
and the
based on
color.
the name and the colors.
They have good branding, nothing else.
All right.
You sound like Wallace and Gromit, Ben.
You might have been going,
Oi.
boy.
Oh, that was fantastic, Wallace. And that brings us to our next segment we like to call British Slang. So in this segment, this is probably going to be a reoccurring segment, I will quiz Ben and David on how well they know their British slang. So I'm going to go through some words, and they're going to try their best to answer correctly. Now, you at home, or wherever you're listening to this, can play along. All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, your first word is brawly.
Oh, I feel like I know this one. Can we have it in a
Raleigh?
sentence?
What is it? What's the first letter?
Brawly, B-R-O-L-L-Y.
Yeah, can we get a sentence?
That's a nice brawly.
That is not helpful.
No, not
Ben, would you like to guess first?
That's all right. So it has to be a
Mhm.
noun.
An
Right.
item, probably.
You gave us the most vague
I
sentence.
think that's intentional.
Like we have no context.
If I gave you a proper sentence, it'd give it away immediately.
I have an idea. Ben, would you like me to guess first?
Hmm.
I believe it's an umbrella.
That's correct.
Wow.
It's an umbrella. Okay, next word is chin wag.
Hmm.
I've heard this
I
one.
have heard this one too. Could we have it in a British sentence with accent?
Let me think of a sentence real quick. I had a chin wag yesterday with my mother.
Oh. You dirty dog, you.
See, I think I could get it if it was with the accent.
I think so too.
Oh.
We need the
The
accent.
American accent's really throwing me off.
I had a chin wag with my brother last night, mate. No?
Okay.
That's like going in and out of Irish. I think.
Almost Welsh.
I'd like to just tell the listeners that I'm not good at accents. No accent am I good at, but you guys are making me do it instead, so.
Ben's got a really good accent.
I think they got that.
Okay, we're not here to critique my accent, all right? What does chinwag mean?
No, we
Chinwag is to chat with someone, I believe. I don't know it though. Is that it?
Ben?
I thought it was to have like an argument.
Argument? David says to chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It means to have a good old conversation.
Okay, so I got it right. 2 for 2.
It means to gossip. It means to gossip.
Okay, 1.5 for 2. I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, and your next word is chock-a-block.
I've never heard this one before. Could we have it in a sentence?
I want to guess without any context.
Go for it.
Ben, do you actually know it?
I think so.
Are you on a website looking at these?
No.
Okay, good.
What, you think I'm just I'm trying so hard to win at British Slang competition? I'm gonna
Well, you're down on the points.
You are behind. Yeah.
No. I think I got it.
All right, what's
You've
it
yet
mean?
to hear the applause.
Is it a large piece of chocolate?
No, it is
has to
not.
be.
I'm sorry, Ben. I think you might get minus points for that.
Dang it.
Is he disqualified?
Not yet, but a couple more like
No,
that.
no,
he
no,
is.
no.
Okay.
That's probably close.
Could we have it in a British sentence?
Let me think of one. That chocolate milk is chock-a-block.
I'm going to guess excellent.
No.
Oh. Awful.
No.
Okay, Ben, throw a couple at him.
Full of chocolates.
No, we already said no. It doesn't have to do with anything with chocolate or the taste.
Well, you just said chocolate milk, so...
Yeah, I did that to mock Ben.
You're really throwing us off here.
It has nothing to do with the taste or the chocolate itself. You could say that water is chock-a-block as
Does
well.
it mean it's expired?
No. Okay, the water is chock-a-block.
Liquid.
No. Do you guys give up?
Yeah, we do.
Full to the brim.
Oh.
Oh.
I did.
Wow.
I've heard it used that way before.
Where have you heard that?
I listen to lots of British people.
And they say chock-a-block?
Sure.
I mean,
you do.
I've watched...
There's lots of British people in Lubbock, actually.
I've watched and listened to British people too, but I've never heard them say chock-a-block.
There's so many here, you know. You get so much of the slang.
I guess so.
Now that you guys have mentioned it, I think I've heard that as well.
Oh, sure.
Ah, but you didn't say it, so you didn't get the point,
You
and
didn't
David
say it.
wins.
Yeah.
David,
Crushed him.
congratulations.
Thank you. It really was an effort to come out on top.
I let him win.
All right, David, so you've got us the last topic.
Yes, for my final topic, I always remember the regular goldfish being the flavor blasted goldfish. So anytime I get the regular goldfish, I'm extremely disappointed.
This is how you know David grew up privileged.
See, I got a gallon of the flavor blasted next to me. It took me a while to figure this out.
That
kept
they
on
weren't the
buying
regular
regulars.
one?
No, I kept on buying the regular ones and being very disappointed. I was like, these don't taste that good.
Wow, regular goldfish have really gone downhill, huh?
That's what I was thinking this whole time. I was like, man, they stepped their game down.
Well, Chris only buys the rainbow goldfish.
That's awful. No.
It is
that
awful.
stuff's
They taste
good.
like beets, man. They
Yeah.
got like vegetable flavoring in there.
No. That stuff's good.
Yes.
I haven't eaten goldfish in a while, but when I get goldfish, I get the rainbow one. More of a Cheez-It kind of guy, though.
No. It depends on the Cheez-Its, because like some Cheez-Its are like way too overbaked, and it's just not good.
Oh, I do not eat the overbaked ones.
No.
But guys, cheese nips are underrated.
I don't
If
think
you
I've
haven't
ever
tried
had
cheese
those.
nips in a while, go try
Cheese
them.
nips are not good. No,
They're
I
highly
do not like them.
underrated.
I'm gonna go with the rainbow goldfish guy over here and not try them.
I do not like cheese nips. Cheese nips, if you're listening,
If
I'm
it's
sorry.
Cheese nips, we'd be happy to give you a sponsorship deal.
Yeah, cheese nips. We'll take your sponsorship, and we'll let Ben be your spokesman.
yeah,
Cheese Its, if you're listening, I'll be your spokesman. What was it? Goldfish.
yeah, goldfish.
If you're
I'll
listening,
only sponsor
David will be your
the
sponsor.
flavor blasted ones. None of the other ones. Maybe like the Italian one. That's it.
Well, David, it sounds like, based off of your experience, they're in a bit of a rut, so they'll take anything they can
Yeah,
get.
they are in a bit of a rut. They need to clean up their act a little bit.
Let's legalize standard Goldfish flavor blasted.
I agree. And then the actual flavor blasted ones could be even more flavor blasted.
Yeah,
It's like an
just
arms
flavor
race
dipped.
of cheese dust.
Everything needs to go up one notch.
Yeah. I mean, everything else is up one notch on like the chip spectrum. Goldfish is a little behind the times.
True, like all potato
true.
chips come pre-flavor blasted. That's just
They do.
standard.
You don't have to choose flavor blasted Lays or anything.
Yeah, imagine just a regular Lay's.
Mm-hmm.
Goldfish has a crap ton of flavors. Are you sure you're not eating all the flavors? Maybe there's another flavor out there that you'll like.
Not gonna touch them.
Pizza flavor?
Man knows what he wants.
That one's bad. No, I've had
He
that
wants
one.
flavor blasted.
Yeah, I want flavor
I
blasted.
thought you said you don't touch them.
I've had them when I was much younger.
Chris, you're telling him to try new stuff, but are you willing to give cheese nips a try?
I've had cheese nips and I didn't like them.
You willing to try them again, Chris?
No, I know what they taste like.
Well, then it's exactly why I'm not gonna try the other goldfish.
Well, I don't expect you to try the cheese flavored one. It's not that great. Goldfish, if you're listening to this, discontinue the pizza one. All right?
Discontinue all of them, but regular and flavor blasted, and bump them both up like 1 or 2 notches.
And keep the rainbow one as is.
Get rid of
It's
the
loved
rainbow
by
one.
all.
No.
Well, but flavor blasted.
You can flavor blast the rainbow
No,
ones, but then you need
no,
rainbow
no.
flavor
Flavor blasted
blasting.
rainbow. That's what we truly need.
I would
No,
get
the
that.
rainbow one as is fine.
I don't know. It seems it's wrong.
And I say there should be one singular goldfish in each container that's pizza flavored. Just to keep you from like downing the whole thing. Just
to
keep you on
keep
your
you sharp.
toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the those jelly beans. Or Bean Boozle.
Yeah.
It's like I could eat this entire bag of goldfish, but that guarantees that I have a pizza flavored one.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a good strategy for them, really.
I think so.
People would eat half the thing, then they'd be petrified by fear and just buy a new one.
But don't. So the first time, don't tell them it's in there.
Yeah.
Imagine getting down to like 2 goldfish.
I wouldn't have the gall to go down
Well, Ben,
to 2 goldfish.
what if you down them all and you're down to 1 and you didn't get the pizza one?
Maybe it's
You throw it
maybe it's
away.
a glitch in the system, or maybe it's a pizza one. How
I
would you
wouldn't
know?
try it. I wouldn't try it.
But what if you're really hungry?
No.
It's 1 goldfish.
It's about the principle, really.
Does the pizza one look different?
No.
For our purposes, it's identical.
Yep. And it
Ah.
smells identical as well.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do, Chris?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
Do you eat the
You're
last
asking these
goldfish?
questions.
Is it a
Yeah.
glitch in the system?
Well, I'll be having the rainbow one. If I taste the pizza flavored one, I'll just spit it out.
Respectable. Admitting defeat, really.
You can't really spit out a goldfish though. Once it's in your mouth, that flavor's with you.
I don't know.
for-
It's Bean Boozled. I just won't go near Bean Boozled because I'm just scared of that game.
Yeah. I've never actually played it.
I've done it once. It's awful.
I kind of want to play it.
Because once you like start chewing on it, you can't spit it out because it's a jelly bean, right?
Also, you lose.
You're not gonna just spit it out.
Wait.
And at the same time, like half the things in there are like good and bad. So you'd be spitting out half of the stuff.
The real strategy there is to eat the bad ones and just pretend like it's a good one to really scare people.
Some of them are really bad. It's hard.
They would be freaking out and then they eat a good
poker
one.
face.
No, you got to try harder. It's the pros, you know.
I would hate to be the guy who has to taste test that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, they have a vomit one, right? And you say, oh, not quite there. What? Like, how do you know it tastes like vomit?
Oh man, this just doesn't taste bad enough, guys. Up it a little bit. Flavor blast this crap.
Vomit, it depends what you're throwing up. Like, what if you had, like, creme brulee right before you vomited?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a little sweeter,
It'd still be
isn't it?
bad. It'd still be bad.
And
But
if you had
different type,
If you had baked beans before you threw up,
it would be worse.
But there's
actually.
always a carrot.
there's always a carrot
Yeah. It's always got something in there you just don't recognize.
and some oatmeal.
And you're like, what? When did I have that?
Ever since the last time you threw up.
It's just stuck somewhere in you. You just gotta get it out. It's been there for a couple of years.
Yep. Well, that's all we have for today. We learned that Wii Sports is not that realistic and that Microsoft makes a terrible web browser. Now, if you like this podcast, please consider giving us a follow on whatever platform you're listening with. If you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover, or if you just want a shout out, please contact us at podcastdilemmas@gmail.com. I'll put a link in the description. Or you can message us through one of our various social media sites. But that's going to be goodbye for me, David,
And me.
Ben.
Same here.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.